Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how to take a photo like this that was taken on an iPhone in the springtime and turn it into this, which looks like a very moody, wintry, foggy type of photo. And you're going to do this using two free apps, and those two free apps that you need are Lightroom and Lens Distortions. So first of all, I'm going to open up the photo in Lightroom, and I'm going to start adjusting the light settings. Now these are dependent on your photo and your personal preference, but for this particular photo I'm going to bring the exposure down by 0.26, and then I'm going to bring the contrast up by about 5. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the whites and just bring the whites down a little bit. I think minus 18 looks good to me, and then I'm going to do the same for the blacks and just make the blacks a bit blacker at about minus 11. Now next I'm moving on to color. I'm going to cool down the image a bit by bringing it down to minus 6, and then the tint, let's I don't know, plus 2. It makes no difference. But the vibrance, I'm going to bring that up to plus 16 so that I can bring the saturation down by minus 12, and that looks good. Now for color mix, I'm going to jump straight into orange, and I'm going to bring the saturation of the orange down by minus 6, and then I'm going to move to yellow. Now for yellow, I'm going to bring the hue down to, I think, 96 looks good to me. And then the saturation, let's get rid of some of that saturation, so we're making the yellow look a bit browner and also less saturated, and then darker as well. Now for green, in the winter when all the grass dies, it goes a brown color, which is why I've brought the hue down, bring the saturation up, and then the luminance down to about minus 47. Blue, I'm going to bring the cyan blue to a bit of a darker blue, and then remove the saturation a little bit. And then for the dark blues, I'm just going to bring the hue down a teeny tiny bit and actually just strip all the color out, so bring the saturation all the way down, and that already makes a huge difference. So from here, I like how the image looks. I'm going to go back into light, and then I'm going to play with the curves a little bit. So I'm going to start off by clicking here, here, and here. So you've got your highlights, your mids, and your shadows. And then I'm going to bring that up a little bit and just play around with it. I'm going to make a bit of an S curve like that. And by bringing the shadows up, it gives it a very sort of VSCO kind of look. And just fiddle with it until you're happy with it. I like it like that, and I think that's it for the image. I'm now done. So here is the before, and here is the after. So I'm just going to save the image now, and I'm going to import it into Lens Distortions. Now Lens Distortions is great because you can add some free realistic looking overlays. So I'm going to scroll right until we get to fog, and there we go. I'm just going to find a place where I think it looks good, and that's it. So all I'm trying to do is pretty much cover up the sky. Now with objects in the distance, there's more fog between you and that object as opposed to objects in the foreground. So I'm going to try and recreate that here. Now some of these fog layers do have a lot of sharp edges, so just increase the size just to sort of fade that out a little bit, and then we'll add some rain. I think that's a bit too in your face, so I'm going to bring the opacity down, and that is it. Just adjust the fog if you like, and I think there we go. To me, that looks pretty good. Again, play around with it until you're happy with it, but that is essentially how I got a photo that looks like this and turned it into this. So if you guys have done the same thing, let me know. Send me your photos that you've played with, or tag me in the photos. I'd really love to see how your pictures came out. And if you enjoyed the video, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you did, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.